And there we go. So hello everyone, it's time for Kitbash. Whoops, close the window, close the door. There we go. It's time for some assembly. Probably pull a few things out as well. Oh, we got a couple other things to take care of here. I think the camera's a little... Yeah, that should be doing it. It'll figure it out itself out in a second. Alright, we are assembling a Zaku 2 model kit. See if we can get that to figure itself out. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do this. I have no idea how long this will take. It might take better part of the night. We'll see. Real grade Zaku kit. Let's more or less get to it. And then I've got to grab some scissors. And, oh, 1 second. I'll be right back. Forgot about that. There we go. Need this to cut things with. It's important to be able to cut things. Alright, let's go ahead and as usual, I'm going to put these bags, a few more lights going here. I'm going to put these bags in, oh, that's a bit too much, right? We just got, yeah. Or not these bags, these sets in order, alphabetically. Just makes things easier. And then we'll get to it, because they tend to come not in alphabetical order. It's a little hard to go through. A lot of parts in this, so we may not finish this Zaku tonight. We'll see. The Zaku is one of my favorite designs in Gundam. Definitely true. Hey, Rockman! I'm kind of tired tonight, in all honesty. You ever do something that's fun in and of itself, but when you kind of push yourself to do a whole bunch of it, it's tiring? That's what I feel like tonight. Oh, and before I forget, this is not... Oh, actually, you know what? That's funny. Huh, I've got the wrong thing. Oh well. We'll just do that. That's okay. This was, I guess, technically imported from Japan. It was, you know, it's a model kit, bought it on Amazon, through some distributor. So there's E, there's G2, there's G1, makes sense, C, D, I think it's, alright, there's D, E, H, go under G, B, and I'm assuming that's A. That's A. Good. Alright. What is this? This is F1. I guess I don't see an F2, but fair enough. Alrighty. So there are all of our parts. And here are our instructions. Here are all the teeny little stickers you could put on there. Crazy amount of stickers. You wanted to really go nuts, but I'm not going to do that anytime soon. Just because of how crazy that can be. Alright. So we're going to start with B1. These are these sort of interchangeable parts. I think I usually put these pieces over here. Let's see here, what is this? Okay. So these pieces are the sort of interchangeable skeleton pieces, which you see in a lot of these real grades, at least so far from what I've assembled, which is one of them. So let me grab B1. Gonna cut off all those bits, and we assemble it into, I think this becomes the right leg. Yep. And then we'll do that. So that will go here. That gets cut off there. Okay. So we take that off, and then let's see here. This gets moved down like this. Kind of transform this piece. This one gets rotated and then moved up. And then, okay, so there's that. And then we take what? E6 and E7, a bunch of E pieces here. And throw that together. E6 and E7, that's convenient. So there's E6, which goes on this side. And this is E7, which goes on the other. Who's piloting that Zaku? Probably some grunt who will die post-haste, as seems to be the way. Those came out very cleanly. Don't need to sand them down. That's good. Yep. That's fine. So E6 is going to go, let's see, a little unclear. All right, there's, okay, there are these little things there, and gotcha, little things there. Okay, so those go on either side of the piece. That's what I just added. And then we'll add E29 and E30. E29 and E30 on either side, which adds something. Watched the first episode of Gundam Build Divers. I think it was yesterday. That was so much fun. Much more comedic, fun tone for Gundam series, which I'm up for that. I need to shave that down. Where's my sanding things over here? Oops, excuse me. Little emery board. What have we got? Is that the one? That's fine. That's, I think, the one I was looking for. Hey, Kuma! Telling the other folks, I'm a little tired tonight. Ironically, because I've been watching anime all day. I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching anime, but when you commit yourself to sitting down and spending all day watching anime, it can get a little exhausting, weirdly. You know, just like sitting down and like watching a film festival, you feel like you've been kind of cooped up in a space all day. Okay, so that goes like that or like that. I think it goes like that. Either side of there. Yep, that looks right. Okay, so we've got that bit attached. And then we're going to attach E20 to the front of that. Grab E20 while we're here. There's E20. Yep, gotta love the Zaku 2. Certainly one of the classic mobile suits of the Gundam universe. There's just something about a Zaku. Even though it was kind of the grunt unit of original Gundam, it definitely left its mark. So that should go onto there. Yeah, okay, that goes onto there. And then we attach C8, I'm sorry, G1 on either side. No, G112, because there's G112. G112, which are these little things. So yeah, been watching a whole bunch of the new anime this season. High grade Leo on the way. Excellent. In fact, Leo's featured prominently in Gundam Build Divers episode 1. To my great satisfaction, as someone who got into Gundam through Gundam Wing. Alright, so that goes, I know that goes there like this. Whoops. Keep that from doing that. Okay. Yep, Wing was my first Gundam. And boy, that was a trip. Alright, so those go there. And then C15 goes onto the bottom here. C15? 15. Actually watched it on Crunchyroll. Divers. Because I was just going through a whole bunch of anime from this season. And, you know, Build Fighters was on there. So, Build Divers, rather. So I just jumped on that. Let you see me. Let me let you see me. Alright. So this goes down here. I already assembled the Zaku 2 custom, the Char version. And this is going together very, very similarly, as you might imagine. Alright, and then there's something in there about 024. Unclear on that, but we'll see. Alright, so then we attach E23 with E32, which is going to be down here. I think I watched the prologue, E23, on Gundam Info, and then the actual episode on Crunchyroll. Fun stuff. Interesting to see a lighter take on Gundam. Something that's just a little more goofy. Basically, Gundam as MMO, which I think is a good approach to take for that universe. Come on, okay. I was hoping I could clip you out, but you're not going to cooperate. Okay. Ah! Dang it! Is that you? It went flying. That's why I didn't want to cut it off. Here we go again. 1 second. It's a tiny little piece. Oh, that's gonna suck. It's absolutely minuscule. There. There. Where'd that go? Nope, 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 nope. Ah, crud. And as we know, you don't really get spares in there. Ah, that's disappointing. That's really frustrating. It's gone. It has completely vanished. I mean, I have a white floor here, so I would see it. Alright, there are a few of these in here. I mean, obviously I'll have to find it eventually. But I can use one of the other 32s. Ordered Eva, nice. The Rebuild movies. Curious to see what you think of it. I'll be curious to see what I think of the Eva TV series when I finally watch it this year. Whether it will hold up or not. That middle part. I've seen the beginning and the end, but not the middle. Alright, so this goes here. It's a little vernier thruster. So I was attaching this thruster, this piece here, to the rest of it. That's how small that piece is. Crazy. Alright, and that's going to go, interestingly, on this side, Where's it attached to? There's really no... It attaches to the other one, maybe. Yeah, I think I need to assemble the other one, and they go together. All right, E24. 24. Yeah, I'm wondering how everyone else feels about build divers. Whether hardcore fans are turning up their noses or not. I thought it was fun. It's not, you know... It's certainly not a mainline traditional Gundam series, but I don't think it's meant to be. You know, it's meant to be a fun little light story. I think that's okay. I think we can have stuff like build divers. And do we have an extra? There's still 32s. Yep. We're on the Zaku, and then how the Zaku 2 came about. So the Zaku 2 is, as far as I know, that is something that has not been explored in great detail in the Gundam universe. Basically, the Zaku 1 was kind of a prototype. It was the first effective mobile suit design, but it was significantly flawed. And the Zaku 2 was the perfected version, if you will. So the Zaku 2 is what you actually see in original Gundam, as opposed to the Zaku 1. There's at least one comic dealing with, or manga dealing with, the construction of the Zaku 1. I actually downloaded the comic a while back to read. Don't know how far it got. Okay, so we've got that in there. And we spin it around. I'm going to attach E36 to that. E36. So yeah, I believe the Zaku was the first essentially mobile suit. You know, humanoid ship. Humanoid weapon, or you know, mechanical thing. And then the Zaku 2 was where it really came together. Okay, so they're saying this should clip going like this, I think. Or is it the other way around? Huh. Which way does that go? Must be that way. Slides in. Ah, okay. Slides in like that. Then we attach E38s. No, 38s. 38s are different. Tiny little things. E38s on either side, so those are slightly different verniers. Ooh, okay. Yep, first bipedal mech. And it's not unlike the Zaku 2, just a little more crude, a little simpler. And the Zaku 2 became the thing, became the design everyone's familiar with. And then onto that we attach... Seems fine. Then, oh, gotcha. Okay, good. And then C17 goes on that. They want to make sure you don't put them on backwards. C17, which is 17. Right here. Ah, there we go. Thanks, Yakushiki. Yeah, the manga I downloaded was like Zeonic Construction Corps or something. It's about basically a couple of junkyard engineers, junkyard engineer family that were building the first prototype Zaku up on Side 3, one of the Side 3 colonies. And yeah, You know, there was kind of the old man, the energetic engineer girl, all those things. It was fun. Okay, so there goes the back of the leg. Goes on like that. And then we attach to that G2, 15 and 17. G2. So 17 goes on this side. And then 15 goes on the other. So we just pop that off. Fortunately, this one's very easy to pop off. So we get that in there. And for whatever reason, the design of the Zaku just fired up the imagination of fans back in the day. Partly, I think, because it is a little fanciful. You know, it's not quite as simple. Oh, shoot, shouldn't have done that. You know, the Federation designs are a little obvious, for lack of a better term. Whereas the Xeon designs, they just have style. And people like that. They like style. Okay. There we go. So there are the sides of the leg, the right leg. And then onto the front, we get cool things. We get C13 and C14, as well as, oh, G16 on the front. G16. Popped off. I think that's true of a lot of the Xeon designs, is that they became perhaps a little more popular than the designers intended. They had that flair, and so they lasted. And folks kept going after them, interested in them. This will go there. Then we pop those on. So we need C13 and C14. C13 and 14. How are you guys doing? How's your Saturday nights? Like I said, I've been just watching anime all day, trying to catch up on the season. Because there's so much anime out there. I count 30 odd this season, which may be normal to you guys. So that was 13. 13 goes on this side, and that goes on this side. But back in my day, back when I was young, and we'd get maybe 20 shows a year over here, at best. And none of them were recent. It was all just whatever was easiest to license, least expensive to license. Alright, so this pops in like that. This pops in like this. There we go. Oh, interesting. There we go. Alright. So there are those bits of the leg there, kind of filling out the leg. And okay, now we attach other parts. E4 and C11. I'm on C, so we'll grab 11. 11. Speaking of mecha, watching whether play Far Cry 5, cool. And people seem to be liking Far Cry 5. A little overwrought, but that's That's pretty much Far Cry, right? Oops. E4. E4. There's E4. Dynasty Warriors Empires. Sorry, Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. I got it there eventually. Relaxing. Cool, cool, cool. Always nice to have a relaxing Saturday. Speaking of mecha, caught the first episode of Full Metal Panic Infinite Victory, I believe is the title of it. Oh, that was everything I wanted and more. Like, that was just firing on all cylinders. Especially for an old school FMP fan like myself. It was just like, yep, more of that, please. Okay, so this should slide in. Oops, aha, that's why. Should slide in there. And this should slide in there. I can get it to slide in. Huh? Not making sense. Ah. Spin it around. And then maybe it will fit. That fitting? Yeah, okay, that fits. Alright, then we attach G222 and G220. Yeah, I'm a huge Full Metal Panic fan. And just so good to see that series getting the probably final season it deserves. I believe the author said this will be the final season. It'll wrap up the story. Yeah, I'm you know, I'm just happy that they're executing on a lot of the stuff they were building up in previous seasons. It's so rare to see an anime series or anime franchise where every series is a true sequel and moves the story forward. I mean, Fumofu less so, but Full Metal Panic, Second Raid, and now IV are absolutely just moving forward one after the other, and that's just so neat. Alright, so this goes on this side here, connecting into there. This goes on that side there, because they're mirrored, that makes sense. Then we attach C10 to G219, G219, which is right there, which will be this plate here. Actually, I feel like Kurtz has been generally underutilized in Full Metal Panic. Like, he's a fun character, but we just don't get much of him throughout the series. I know he's kind of a side character, very much a side character, but even by side character standards, he just does not get much screen time, which is a shame. C10 goes on to there. C10. Hi, C10. It just felt good hearing Sosuke say Urzu 7 again. Those little joys in life. Urzu 7, yokai. Not yokai. Another word. I'm tired. Whatever that word is for sort of acknowledged. So that goes there, and then that gets attached to the front, like that. There we go. So there's the front of our leg, right there. And then we're going to attach some other panels. So here's the knee, H16. Don't think we've hit H yet. Yeah, exactly. I didn't even remember Urzu 7 until he said Urzu 7. And I was like, oh, yes. yeah, nostalgia, kind of out of nowhere. H16 is this. Yeah, it's a shame. Full Metal Panic never got much video game love. I think it's in the Super Robot Wars games, though. I think there are crossovers with FMP and everything else in Super Robot Wars. There's a game I'd love to get translated and put over here. Okay. So there's there. There's that knee, that cool little black knee there. And then we attach those wonderful sort of 70s cuffs. G15. Those bell bottoms the Zakus have. Chittery, yep. It's just neat seeing the series also deal with the fact that, like, you know, this scenario they're in can't last forever. You know, they can't just have these wonderful high school days forever. They're going to have to move on. You know, the world is not going to let them have a calm high school existence, much as they want it. All right. There go the bell bottoms. Right on there. Page 2. All right, now we're going to assemble these really annoying hoses in the leg. So we grab D. I don't think they're going to go that meta. D. D6. D6. All right, there's D6. And then F. F12. I think F has all the... Yep, there they are. F. That's funny, it's just F. 12s. I'll grab 112. Oh, although 2 came off. So that goes on there. And then we attach to that. Are these the springs? Yeah, those are the springs. So we'll get those out. Might as well. So then we get the spring on there. Okay, and then we grab 11s. All the 11s. All the 11s. Good. We thread those onto the spring. Yep. Yep. And there's just no way to get all of them on there. Yeah, I thought Fumofu would be really forgettable, but that really did feel like Full Metal Panic. It was an essentially all comedy Full Metal Panic, but still there's some stuff going on. All right, so okay, good. We use the other F12s, 2 more of the F12s on the end, so I can use those. One here, and one here. I don't know how I'm going to do that because it's not quite long enough. And so then we attach an 028. What? What? 028. Oh, another D6. Right. So there's F, D. Get these reconfigured. So we need another of those little. What are they? D6. There's the D6s. That was on the other end. Frack. There it is. And so we attach that similarly, and hopefully we can get that pushed in. Okay, there. I think that'll work. Then we swing this guy around, do-si-do. Put this up in here. Ah. This is the problem. Okay, there we go. So there's the hose. It's a little funky, but it'll do. And that goes into O1. What's O1? O1. We don't have it. Oh, I missed a whole section down here. For the foot. Let's do the foot. It's okay, we can do that. How does the passion for mecha translate to Metal Gear Solid? I have never played any Metal Gear Solid game. B12. B12. There's B12. That passed me by. I was not a console player or a video game player at all when any of the Metal Gear Solid games came out. So that was not on my radar, so to speak. Haven't really played any mecha video games much, other than this recent stuff. I played that I think it was a PlayStation 2 Gundam game. It was all original Gundam. Alright, so there's that foot mechanism. And to that I'm going to go to E11. E11. Gosh, I feel like I'm just flying through this design, this gunpla. Again, I have done, I guess, a fair number at this point. So this plate goes on the bottom there, I suppose? Yeah, looks like it. Alright. And then... oh, that's so weird. Okay, then... come on. Okay, there we go. And it goes on H12. But yeah, no experience with MGS. Sadly, H12. There's H12. Yeah, big into video games as a kid and teenager. And then nothing until basically this past year, which was like a 20-year gap. College just kind of, got in the way of that to various extents. It's not that I stopped playing video games in college, it's just that it slowed down dramatically. And then, getting a job and all that, it just became less of a big hobby. It's going to fit in there, I assume? No, it's going to fit in like that. Like that. There we go. Okay. And then we attach... gosh, golly gee whiz. We're doing... okay, this is for both of them. So, G19 wants me to do both of the feet at once, which I might do. G19. And... G19. So what's fantastic about it? G18. I majored in computer science because I liked computers and I like making money, and both of those things were going hand in hand when I was getting into that. Then we attach C16 to H14. 14. We'll grab one of those. So yeah, I figured a job working on computers made a lot of sense, in especially at that point, which was around the year 2000. And so that was a way of, you know, making himself useful to society, and a thing that makes sense. Can't say I regret it. You know, there are always pluses and minuses. There are always things that you know, you're like, oh, I wonder if. But all things considered, it's worked out, as many things do. Interesting. Okay, so there's that foot started, and then we attach H15, and then we will need C12, but that goes on afterwards. We'll grab C12 while we're here. So there's that, and we need H15. H15. Whoops. Out of order. Out of order. We have H15. 15. Definitely. I'm used to those. Bottom of a foot. Ah! You're not supposed to do that, but you did. Because you're naughty. Naughty parts get punished by getting assembled into model kits? I don't know. Okay, so the H goes on first. The bottom. There we are. Let's see if I can't. Come on. Press that in. And then this goes on the top. Okay. So there's the foot. And I think I will just go ahead and put this on here. And we'll do the other foot for the other leg. So I'm assuming that goes down in there. Yep. Okay. Yep, and here's the whole thing on how ridiculously posable it is. Although it doesn't seem to want to pose much. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. Oh, there we go. Okay, just needed to ease it a little bit. Okay, so there's leg one. Yay! And now we're going to move on to the other leg. But before we do that, I need to grab some water. So I'll be back in a few moments. That's better. Wetted my whistle. So, it is now time for left leg. Which means it's time to go to B2. Which is right here. So we'll take that off. Gotta say, have not yet had a problem with using the razor blade over clippers. Like, it always comes off as well as I see folks doing with clippers. How you doing tonight, Rockman? Alright, so we take that, we turn this to here, we spin that and clip it up, and then we start attaching pieces. So we need E6 and E7. Head down to the E's. E6 and E7. Obviously, you have to be a little more careful when using the razor blade, but it seems to work. There's 6, and there's 7. Ah! So jealous of you being in Japan. Wish I was in Japan right now. Don't know that I want to live there. Just because, you know, it's a very, you know, the practicalities of living in Japan are different than the practicalities of living over here. The more or less requirement to learn Japanese is a big impediment to living in Japan. But amazing country, beautiful. Stunningly beautiful. E30 and E29. The other parts, there they are. Can I just pull those off? Nope. That was E30, which goes on that side. E29. Hey, Benny! I do not have a top 5 anime of all time. In honesty. There are too many anime that I like for too many different reasons. You know, I cannot put the first Ghost in the Shell movie over Perfect Blue in my mind. Over Nausicaa the Valley of Wind. You know, those are just experiences in different ways. So unfortunately my brain does not work that way. Sorry. Sometimes I wish it did. But I cannot force my brain to kind of force rank anime in that way. Returns an error when I try. Alright, so that's coming along. E20 goes on. I've had people get really angry with me about that, by the way. Like, they think I am being coy. Or I'm just trying to not answer the question. I'm like, no, like, literally. I've sat down and thought about this and tried to answer the question, and I don't have an answer. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to my brain. Then G212. Go on either side of that. G212. Yeah, pretty much. My brain goes syntax error. Or in the old text adventure jargon, I don't know how to do that. Which, boy, we heard all the time on the old text adventures. Alright, put those caps in. There we go. Then we put, oh, that's interesting. Did I forget a piece? I forgot a piece. Okay. So there's a little thing that goes inside those things. C8. grab C8. Whole bunch of C8s. That should be easy. Nostalgia. I feel old. That's not going to want to go in. All right. There we go. And then this one goes here. Interesting, yeah. Things being extensions or expansions. How do I feel about reboots? It's like a reboot isn't really the original thing, and it's not really the new thing either. Not really completely new. So, like, how do you judge a reboot? How do you judge a remake? I don't know. Obviously, you can, but a lot of factors in there to consider. I guess it's easy to unfairly judge a remake. Not considering all the factors. C15 goes on there. Okay, I think I've got some things. All right, there we are. Got to keep everything in order. Very important. C15. There it is. Yeah, the manga. If you like Ghost in the Shell anime, definitely go back to the manga, because that is a unique experience. Kind of a good middle ground between the films, the TV series, all that stuff. All right, so there's that. Getting that coming together. Yeah, I guess that's correct. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep. Yep, all right. Oh, now we get the little vernier things. So we need E26 and E25. Have to go back down and try to find. So E26 is on that side. That other thruster that has skittered away from me. In education. Nice. So I got to ask Kuma, how can you be up watching this when it's like 2 a.m. your time? Like, are you just do you teach night classes or something? Is that just your habits? I can't imagine watching this stuff up till like 2, 3, 4 a.m. and then trying to get up for at 6 o'clock in the morning for work. I hope I'm not keeping you up, in other words. As flattering as that would be. Alright, so E32. So I can pull off one of the 32s. Ah, nice. Yeah. I've been to London, in England. Lovely. Okay. So this goes on here. And then I'm going to try one more time to find that other thruster. It bounced off. Make sure it's not in a pocket. No. No. Ah! Yay! Found it. That's a relief. Ah, flexible study hours. Nice. I don't feel quite so bad then. Alright, so E29. No. This is E26. Which goes. Goes there. And then that goes there. That's right. They just kind of fit together like that. Okay. That's right. And the thrusters are kind of weirdly on the other side. Alright, then we spin around. Baby right round. Spin it with baby right round. And now we go to the back. All right. So we grab E36. E36. All right. Come on. Good, 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 good. That comes off. I'll never forget watching the behind the scenes on Ghost in the Shell, I think the original movie, and an interview with the guy who plays Aramaki, who's this, of course, distinguished older gentleman. And he talks about when he was brought in to work on it. And he said, of course, I'd already read the manga. You know, like, oh yeah, that's just what we do here in Japan. We just go and we read the manga. And then, oh, gotta put the verniers on that, which are E38. 38 tiny little things. Yeah, I'm hoping my next big trip will be to Korea, South Korea, obviously. Later this year. But I'd love to go back to Japan again. I want to see China sometime soon. Just because that's changing so rapidly. And I do have some connections that might make that a little easier than for the average person. Secret connections. Traveling's cool, but it's expensive. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the for the giveaways, because I was planning to do more giveaways of some animation cells, but shipping on those are just too expensive. You know, framed, it's really expensive, and that's just inside the country. All right, so then we throw this on top of that. All right, there's that back of that. Then we're going to add G2, 14, and 16 on other sides. Go down to basically the back. G2, there they are. So I've got this to do, and I've got one more of these Zakus to do. And then I start on the Astray Perfect back there. The perfect grade. That'll be a trip. Using those hacks. A couple reasons for South Korea. A, I'm just interested in another Asian country. Another country I've just never been to and would like to learn more about. Also, I have a friend who spent a lot of time in Korea growing up. So he spent his sort of late childhood, early teen years, I believe, in Korea. Army brat. And so he's actually going to a reunion, like a high school reunion over there. And so I will probably go along with him. Not to the reunion, obviously, but it'd be a good, convenient thing for us both to kind of go over there and do that. So we'll see if that all comes together. That would be like the fall. Okay. Come on. There we go. Sides of the leg. And then we're going to put on C14 and C13 on the other side. But we still need G2-6 for the front. G2... That can't be right. Because I've used G2-6. I've used another G2-6. That's bizarre. G2-6. Huh. Well, that's weird. G2-6. G1. Oh, G16, G26. I'll probably use G1 instead of G2. Okay. Yeah, there's the 6. Okay, so I just misread before. Crisis averted. Ah! Come back here. Ow. Ah. That hurt. Alright, where are you? Where'd you fly off to? I heard you hit over here somewhere. Come on. Come here. Come to Brent. Did not want this to be part of the experience. Digging through cables and other stuff to find one little plastic piece. That's just not much fun. So if that can be over with as quickly as possible, I'd appreciate it. Come on, little plastic piece. Where are you? There are not many places for you to hide, but you're doing a very good job of it. Under there? No. Okay. Look under all of that. I looked over there. Could it be behind here? Really? Doesn't look like it. Hello? Little plastic piece. Didn't bounce back, did you? Where are you? It's not there. It's not there. Not over there. Where is it? I need that to finish the piece. Oh, there it is. There it is. It was hiding. I think I'll stay out of North Korea. Thank you very much. Although it is getting easier to go there. But, I doubt it. Yeah, we'll avoid that. Oh, we've got to wait until C4 and C13 are on. Under the instruction manual. Now, I definitely heard it down there. C... Oh, you're getting to that point, aren't you? C13 and 14. 13 and 4. There they are. It's all the same to you guys. I will not provoke an international incident. But maybe I could bring a love of anime to all North Koreans. I'm tired of the rocket experiments too. I mean, we all know it's posturing, but it's not very nice posturing. All right, this is going to go here. Slide in. That's going to go there. What's funny is they don't even bother telling you which one goes in which because it's so obvious. Like, there's only one possible way. All right, and then this goes in this way. Cool. Front of the leg. And we attach C11. C11. And that can come right off there. And that can just come right off there. With minimal fuss. Let's see. C11 goes here. Like that. And then E5. E, F, G, E? E. I was right. E5. 5. 5! I feel like a kid show. 5. 5. 5. I believe Kuma lives in Carl. To quote a Python sketch, which is probably not aired much anymore. Then I need... Okay, so G2. G2. Just for whatever reason, that Python sketch always just made me crack up. It's Chinese people, like a Chinese embassy in the UK, pretending that they are actually Chinese, and they have incredibly thick Chinese accents. So they talk about how, oh yes, I have many relatives in Carl. Just can't get it out. G23. London. A venerable and ancient city. Been reading a lot about medieval England, of which London was certainly a part. 23. Yep, that looks fine. Goes here. Yep. And then we need G218, which is there. Come on. Get that out. And so I've never assembled the perfect Gundam before. Model kit. So I have no idea how long it's going to take. Even though the master grades took quite a few hours, so that will be a long one, a long process. After that we add C10. It's just me, but I find it unfortunate that people find accents racist. Like, you know, you can't imitate an accent because that's racist. I don't know. Like, I understand where people are coming from on that, but it sure does cut down on a lot of comedy that is otherwise pretty harmless. You know, obviously it can certainly be used in very nasty ways, but okay. Almost there. We need G2 5, which again I might have used that. Nope. Okay, good. Exactly. I'm a big lover of imitating accents, especially American ones. Because I come from an area where there's a lot of people from the South. So it is fun to do a Southern accent. And H16, which is that knee joint. 16. And gosh, England's got, you know, accents to spare. All sorts of accents that indicate all sorts of things that, believe you me, those of us who are outside England have no conception of. We do not follow any of that. Like, That's supposed to be uneducated? Okay, suppose. Alright, now we move on to the hoses. Get some D6s in here. D6. Lost a sticker sheet. Ah! Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. My one exposure to that, first exposure to that, was an anime music video, which cut the return of Trunks and his attack on Frieza to that song. And I hadn't, I mean, I'm sure I heard the song on the radio once or twice, but I hadn't really come across it in length. And it was just perfect, because it was this amazing Dragon Ball Z moment. Perfectly edited down. Oops, F6. Where it's like, instead of spending, 3 episodes on this whole thing, we get everything we needed in 3 minutes. It's like, oh, why can't all Dragon Ball Z be like this? Alright. We all know why. F5s. F5's coming off. That's weird. I'm missing a 5. One of the 5s must have popped off in transit. That's unfortunate. I think I can do a spare 12. Hey, Daniel. Alright, so all the 5s go on there to make this hose. This was shortly before, I think, Otakon created its see here, its ban on Linkin Park AMVs. What do I need the other hoses for? Yo, Adrian. For the head pieces, F9, F10, F3, F4. Okay, good. So I can use spares of this. So I need 3 6s. Maybe. Yeah. They're slightly larger, I believe. Okay. Come on, get in there. Or just a different diameter or something? I don't know. And that goes there. And then we attach the other end, which is just annoying. But it's how it has to be done. Difficult to get right, but there we are. Okay. We attach one here. And one here. Can't believe they actually had people animate this. This little hose. It's been really annoying. Gotta get that right. Alright, good. Hose is in. We're over here. And then we attach a foot. So let's go back and make a foot. Let's make a foot. Yeah, I'll probably never forget that song because that AMV stuck it in my head. It's like, hey, Dragon Ball Z done well. Okay, it was Linkin Park and some other composer that they, not composer, but pop singer that they banned at some point at Otakon because just everyone did AMVs with them. Alright, there's that. Then we need E11. E11. There it is. Exactly, WebFox. Hey, how you doing? This is a Zaku. Alright. There goes that. H12 for the foot. Yakuza Kiwami. Nice. One of these days I want to get into the Yakuza series. I just have, you know, a bazillion other things. And yet again, here's an H12. Oh, no, it's G. Where's H? H12. There it is. I'm not missing out. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Again, you know, I only have so much attention here, folks. There are only so many things I can actually play and watch and do at one time. You know, I cannot watch all Gundam and all Macross and play Yakuza and God of War and all those things. Okay. Although I don't think God of War is going to be my kind of game. Not a big fan of what I've seen of Kratos as a character. Alright. So then that goes like that, right? And then the G2, yeah. G29 and G28, there they are. Just pull those off. G29, oops, 8. All right, go in there, come on. I know you can. Good. And there. And then we slide in, okay, we have C16 and H14. So let me grab H14, which is here. So there it is. It's definitely going to need some sanding. I think these guys get some battle damage, though. I think it makes a lot of sense to give these guys some changes. Might 3D print a few things too. C16. C16. You're not going to believe this. I got a copyright strike, or a copyright, you know, flag for last night's stream. Want to guess what it was for? This goes in there. And then the, okay, C12. C12. It was the Superman theme. Not the cartoon itself, but that opening theme somebody has flagged. Just the song, apparently. Because that's reasonable. Alright. 15. And as you guys know, that's in there for, you know, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. But it's enough. I keep messing up and not putting H in the bottom. H15. 15. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to actually like stream anything anymore. Because everything gets flagged. It's just not worth it. Which obviously is what they're trying to do. Like that is the point. That is ideal from their end. Okay. There's that. So we got ourselves 2 legs. Yay! We're about an hour and a half in, so let's move on to the waist. We'll see how far we can get in this. Might not finish this up tonight, but we'll make some progress. So waist unit is B5 as the core. B5 right here. Like, I am all for people protecting their copyright. But somebody claiming ownership of 20 seconds of a song from a cartoon from the 40s, think you're overstepping their bounds a little bit. How do I... There we go. Okay, so that comes off there. I want to make sure that is, yeah, that's removed. And then, oh, interesting. Oh, that's right, we do this weird disassembly thing. Here's B5. And then they want me to, like, pull... Yeah, you pull that out of there, and then you pull this out of that. So you've got those 2 pieces of that. Whatever. So there's B, and we're going to attach A24 and A8 to that. All right. A24. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I gotta go like Google Drive or Dropbox with those now. Although I'm sure they're starting to filter that as well. A8. So, I mean, they want YouTube to be basically TV, where people are making their own material. It's all original content. That way they don't get into trouble with anyone. So that goes in to there? To there. Ah, okay. And then this gets attached like that. Okay, that makes sense so far. Then we'll attach... Okay, so we need a bunch of A pieces. A6, speaking of A's. How many gum kits do you have? Unassembled, well... 2. One more Zaku, 2. And then the perfect grade Astray, red Astray. And assembled 10, I think. Turn A, Kakushiki. Strike, Build Strike. I'm sorry, Strike Freedom, Build Strike. GM, Char Zaku. Ball. The 2 balls in the kit, so that's technically 2 balls. And a bear guy. So yeah, I think 10. There's the A6, and then we need an A26 to go onto that. 26. And I think once I complete these kits, that'll be all for a while. I do not plan to continue buying kits forever. You know, maybe more now and again. But I have no strong strong desire to just keep on doing that forever. A4 and A25. And it's not the most expensive hobby, but it does cost some money. I'd rather live off that money. I have plans. Plans. I have an A4. A4. But it's definitely been a fun hobby. Started, gosh, many years ago with a Wing Zero. Whoa. That one disappeared. What? There was no sound. It just flew down and into a wormhole in another dimension. It's not there. That's the little piece it was on. Whoa, that's weird. No, it's gone. Apparently. That's not it. Didn't go into there. See ya, Kuma. How much does Gunpla kit typically cost? I mean, they're not that expensive. The a high grade, the smallest one, is maybe 15, 20 bucks. But then a perfect grade can be 150, 200. The big ones, while the middle ones are maybe 40 or 50. So it's certainly not a bad hobby, cost-wise, if you limit yourself to the high grades. But still, the problem isn't buying one; it's that you buy a whole bunch, and it just sucks down the, sucks down the budget unnecessarily. Also, I enjoy assembling them, but, once they're up, I don't really, I'm not a collector. I'm just not this kind of person who is absolutely thrilled with the idea of owning all this stuff. Boy! That piece literally fell into a wormhole, it seems. Make sure it's not on the chair. It's not on the chair. It's not underneath the chair. Move the chair out of the way. It's not there. Then there was no sound, so it seems like it didn't bounce very far. No. Not there. It's not there. Oh boy. I kind of need this piece for this front panel. Although I can continue on. I know from experience I can pop these panels back on. Gonna have to do that. All right. Damn it. Oops. Pardon the French. All right, I will have to continue another day. We'll move on with the stuff. Exactly, it's with the Char Zaku eye. All right. Now we do the back panel. For that, we need another A piece. Still never found that eye. So we do, A21. There's A21. Yeah, I made a golden sumo at one point, and it kind of fell apart with multiple moves. It did not survive, sadly. So there's that piece, and then we need the A28, kind of a flat piece. 28. Okay. Trying to cut down on the number of things I buy. It's like, do I really want to be spending my money on this stuff? does come a point where like this is cool, but D2. I'd rather retire off that money. In aggregate. Okay. There's that. So this is here. And then this goes on like that. Eventually. There we go. And then this goes on to that. Somehow. Onto those bits. Alright. There's that. And then to that we attach the 1, 2, A5 and A7. Complicated bit. A5. And A7. Which obviously only go on one way. Come on. Okay, there we go. That goes there. Okay. So we have the A5 which goes on like that, maybe? Yeah, okay. And that goes on here. Because the only way it fits. And that can go on there. Alright, and then we attach A29 to the bottom of that before we go any further. Whoa, that's about to fall apart. A29. Interesting. So Web Fox still on the fence. We're going to build divers. Understandable. I enjoy it. I probably won't, you know, watch it the day it comes out, right? But I'll keep up with it. I'll check in on it. I'm enjoying it. So this piece goes here. And then this piece plugs onto, okay. Alright, so this is back flap. So there's 04. Now we take a bit, and another B piece. Universal joint. B11. 11. That comes off right at the thing. At the sides. And I'm beginning to understand why folks use the clippers. It's less likely that pieces will fly everywhere. Like, duly noted. Alright, so we have these. So those get flipped around and then flipped down. Flipped around and then flipped down. And then those flaps are used for... okay. A18 on one side, A19 on the other. So there's A18. Gotta be careful here. These are very much things that only go on one side and are easy to get mixed up. So 18 is on this side and 19 is on the other. Yeah, I'm liking a lot of the anime series I'm checking out this season. I mentioned Comic Girls. Caligula's interesting. I'll get that a few more episodes. See where it goes. I know the basic premise. The Horse Girl one is a little creepy. I'm just not entirely comfortable with that. On at least 2 levels. So I don't know. I wonder if that's the problem I'm having with the other one. Do they keep popping off? I mean, yeah, I have to try that. Okay, so this is supposed to go. All right, so there's one. So the first thing we do is we attach the legs. So they say. And then we attach this guy, which kind of slides down there. Fair enough. Whoa. That's weird. Why is that way out? Oh, because the other, I don't have the other flap on. And then we're going to plug A in the top to bring that back together. Interesting. Which way? Whoops. Does it matter? It does. Yeah. Like that. Okay. There it is, the bottom. That flap is missing because I can't find the piece. But there's the back. Yeah. There's the front. Cool. You've got half a thing. Yeah, I never watch memes, so I'm never familiar with that. All right. I think we're going to stop there for tonight. Like I said, I'm kind of tired, and I'm getting a little loopy. So I think this is a good place for me to pause. So we'll finish up the arms and body next time, and probably start on the second Zaku, or not tomorrow night, but next episode, which will be in 2 weeks, probably, if all goes well. So thanks everyone for following and watching, and as always, there'll be more coming. So thanks always, and until next time, may Earth's gravity not drag your soul down.